My name is Eric. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, and I struggle with chemical dependency, anxiety, depression, a little bit of grief.
My name is Tami. I'm a grateful believer in Jesus, walking through grief and struggling with isolation and anger.
We arrived at the barbecue baptism, and I heard from across the park, Chris Martinez, Eric, over here. So, we went over to the group and sat down. And so there was a dare brought up, the kids were rolling down the hill, and I put my head down and I started rolling, and on the third somersault at the bottom of the hill, I heard a big snap. I stood up and I kind of tried to walk it off, and ended up heading to the emergency room. And on the way to the emergency room, I really struggled with myself because I knew that one day I was going to have an injury that was going to cause a lot of pain. And I spent 18 years, in the last 10 of it, addicted to opiates, mostly pharmaceutical pain pills. And it's been almost 3 years since I quit. And that's the same time that I also came to Christ, for the most part, the same time that I started attending church. So I went to the ER, they did the x-ray, they showed a very, a broken collarbone. And the doctor asked me about pain meds, and I denied it. And I said, I don't, I've got a problem, and I don't want anything. And so he came up with something that I could take, and I went home, and I laid there. And the next day I had to go see a orthopedic doctor. And the drive to Modesto, a half hour, I talked myself into thinking that it'd be okay. I'm in pain, but I fought with myself the whole way there. But I was pretty sure I knew what I was going to do. I got to the waiting room and I sat down, and there was a lady walked up and she started asking me all these questions. And she said that it must have hurt a lot. I said, yeah. And she said, well, did they give you anything for pain at the emergency room? And I said, I refused it. And she said, well, why? And I, for a split second, I thought about it, and I thought to myself, I've already made this deal that I'm going in and I'm going to ask for a prescription. And instantly I told her, that I'm an addict, that I spent so many years taking these pills, and I don't want to anymore, and it was an amazing, realization that God will put the people in your life and give the ways out, that if you just look for them, they're there. I told the lady, thank you, and I thought to myself, she'll never know why I'm thanking her, but, the next thought was, I might have said something that she needed to hear. My testimony does no good stuck in my own head, and if I can't share it with somebody, I can't possibly help that other person as well. So I did end up with the doctor, and he did his examination, we talked, and I walked out without a prescription.
When we went to his orthopedic appointment yesterday, and the doctor had told him, you don't have to wear the sling anymore. And I want you to use your arm as much as you can, because the stress from using it is going to calcify the bone and make it stronger. Last night, when we got home and laying in bed, and then I woke up this morning, and it was like God was telling me, it's like God used the break that he had and showed me that it was like I had to have been in a sling. He had me in the sling for the last 3 years because I was broken, and I had to stay that way. And now it's like it's gonna hurt to get out and do what you were doing and get yourself back, but you gotta start doing it so you can heal and so you can get stronger. So that was a real breakthrough from his break.